Yeah, I don't know. Actually, do you know, I actually came to Thailand when I was 12. I was very lucky.
Oh, wow.
My parents splashed out and wanted to go on a nice holiday, and they picked Thailand, and it just really affected me. Like, I went back to England, carried on reading my geeky science fiction books and things, but with this sort of tropical spin on it. And seeing this other world that was beautiful and very different to my world, it was like going to another planet or something. And I didn't appreciate until recently how much of an impact that had. That I've always been trying to reach for this aesthetic in my films. Like virtually every movie I've done has had this tropical sci-fi thing about it. And so yeah, essentially I got to meet Steven Spielberg obviously when I was, I don't know what, auditioning for this movie or first conversation. And I at the very end he goes, we're thinking we don't want to film in Hawaii because we've sort of done that. This is a new chapter. We're wondering maybe Costa Rica, maybe Thailand. And I'd actually shot a monster movie in Costa Rica, my first film. But having just done the creator in Thailand, I was like, it's got to be Thailand. It's got, as I was reading that screenplay, I was just picturing where we are now, Phang Nga Bay and Krabi. It's just paradise meets Skull Island kind of vibe. It's like a real world, Jurassic island really.
And you shot the creator in COVID restrictions, didn't you? Or was it?
Well, yeah, it was very tail end of COVID.
Yeah.
So we shot that movie in 80 different locations in Thailand, like loads.
Wow.
So I knew Thailand really well. And it allowed us, because we only had like half the time you normally get on a big movie like this. And so it allowed, we didn't have to go scout places because I knew what they looked like.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
I mean, I loved it. I loved all the action sequences. But when we arrived in Thailand, there's an amazing stunt team headed up by Ben. And we got sort of into harnesses quite quickly and we're getting on practice walls. It was actually shot just off the M1 motorway in London. But it was, I mean, the thing is...
and in India, there was a second unit that went out to India and got all that background footage.
Wow.
All that establishing shots. That's a place called Jog Falls in India.
Blimey, I didn't know that.
So the editing.
Yeah, if you want to make a cool film, you basically got to go to India and the A1, just outside the M25.
Yeah.
It worked.
It was the same car park where we shot Munchkinland for Wicked, so, it's a very dexterous, fertile land.
It's a good question. Typically, deleted scenes are half things that the director wanted in, and then eventually you've got to do that thing which is kill your babies, they say.
Kill your darlings.
Is it?
Not your babies.
Is it kill your darlings? What do you do with your babies then?
You nurture them and you breastfeed them and you turn them into brilliant adults. Darlings you kill.
Oh, I've made a terrible mistake. Maybe we should, is it too late? Can we put them back in the movie?
Your babies?
Yes.
Release version.
So, yes, you have to kill your...
Darlings.
Save your babies.
Yeah.
Kill your darlings. And, basically there was this sequence where it was like... I pitched when I started filming at the beginning, I was like, I like this idea of basically this thematic thing of man destroying nature and destroying the jungle. And so we did this whole little sequence where it flows to the lab that they're building at the beginning. And it just took 30 seconds too long, which at the beginning of a movie is a long time. You basically, what happens is you get to the end of the film and you ask for feedback and someone goes, it's a little too long, right? And you think, where? And they think the ending. And you go, and it's always the beginning that's the problem. Like if you don't get going, people blame the ending, but they're really talking about the beginning. And so we're just trying to get going as fast as we could. And so...
When the journey is, it's such an adventure, isn't it? By the end of the film, you sort of forget, in a way. But you'll always remember if it's a slow and tender start.
Yeah, I remember watching the first Jurassic film. It was very memorable. I don't think a lot of people will forget that massive T-Rex is unforgettable, actually. I remember just being terrified watching it in my living room at my childhood home, running so fast outside of my house because I thought an actual T-Rex was there. on VHS. I remember that very, very, very well. It was very terrifying.
I actually remember seeing the first Jurassic World a little bit more vividly for some reason. I obviously have seen the originals, but I think it was because I saw Jurassic World when it came out in the theaters, and it was just so visceral. So yeah, I mean, just remember that feeling of like wonder and awe is just tangible. I mean, we were in ice cold water, which you wouldn't guess by watching the movie. For the T-Rex scene, no?
Oh, wait, like the raft scene?
Yeah.
Oh, no, we were here.
Oh, yeah. I guess so. Well, once the raft flips over, we are in ice cold water.
Yeah. Once the raft flips, we were in cold water.
In London, yeah.
Pre-raft flip, we were here.
Yeah.
In really hot stuff. I guess what stuck out to me was how hard it was to raft.
For sure.
That was really hard. It was really difficult on the arms.
Yeah.
Such a workout.
We were out of breath at the end of every take. But
yeah. I think imagining if there actually was a massively huge, terrifying T-Rex, for me, at least, I was like, if that was... I remember thinking that a bunch. I was like, if that was actually here, what would I be doing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's, for me, like tapping into that like fight or flight feeling that every person has, or not every person has experienced, but has the potential to experience. Just tapping into that like feeling of
like scared,
claustrophobia almost, or like just needing to not be in that situation anymore.
Yeah.
The flight in the fight or flight. Just tapping into that as much as possible. In Thailand.
Oh my gosh, a lot. I mean, it's such a beautiful, beautiful place. Being able to work here is such a pleasure. You don't get to be surrounded by such beautiful things like this, especially at a job. It's kind of unheard of. So everything about it was just amazing. I guess the heat was a little hard, but everything beyond that was really special. So cool.
When we shot the D-Rex scenes at the very end, when we were on the dock, that was in Thailand, like towards the end of the movie. And maybe it was just because of how late, because they were night shoots, so it was like 4 a.m. I just feel like the delirium made me really, really just like
for sure
be so present and remember the physical. I don't know, just like my senses were so engaged because of how late it was and how terrified we had to be.
I remember everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it became very normal. Yeah, there was nothing different about it. They made us, I mean, obviously we're all equal, but they really made everyone feel equal. Like we were just all there doing a job. And so it was just cool to be around such amazing figures that are just so normal. Yeah,
it was
really
very
grounding,
relieving, just because you grow up watching these people, and of course, you know, you don't want them to show up and feel like someone that you can't relate to, especially if you have to act alongside them. So it was very refreshing and relieving. For sure.
With the T-Rex sequence, it was super cool. First reading the script was unbelievable for the first time, and then actually filming that scene with the cast was amazing, because we filmed like the parts in 3 different countries. Whenever we're paddling, that's in Thailand, and when I'm under the boat, that's in Malta. When I'm like we're all swimming, that's in London. So everything's kind of filmed everywhere, and seeing them put it together, seeing the final product, and now that we're going to be able to watch it at home is so cool. Yeah, so they would show us an iPad of how the dinosaurs would look before we shot the scene. So we were able to really imagine how it was going to look. They had a blue tennis ball for us and said, that's the T-Rex, which it was a little hard at some points, but it's also super cool because you can really imagine and get into that space of, I need to be scared. This is if this is a real thing, and it was so cool. Some scenes were like, whenever we were doing actually the T-Rex scene, because we did that in Thailand. We did some of that in Thailand, and when we were paddling and stuff, that was all in Thailand. And when I'm screaming, and that was in this river kind of canal thing, and we were actually in like a raft. So, and they were actually paddling. So I'd say that was a cool memory that we were able to do, like actually. Dolores, she's so cute, and I'm so glad she was with us throughout this whole entire process, because she really did help me get into character. And also, this is my first film, so having that kind of eye line is amazing, because you can't have anything like that, having the actual thing with you. There's some points where I'm like, you're telling me this is not real? Like, and she was always like a hit on set. Everybody wanted to see her. Everybody wanted to pet her because she was so cute. She actually wasn't that heavy, but there was actually so many robotic things in her. But when I was holding her, it wasn't that heavy. She was actually in my backpack for most of it, which was super cool because you could still feel her legs moving inside of the backpack when I had it on. Dolores is like an open book, really, but actually she takes 3 remote controls to control her fully, which is super cool. One remote control controls only her head and it blinks, and then the other one kind of controls like her torso kind of, and that's where she moves, and then one controls her tail. And so it takes 3 people just for that cute little dinosaur. But that's a cool secret I don't think I've told. Whenever I'm throwing the licorice and I'm telling her to go because there's this T-Rex sleeping, I think it was so cute seeing that, because you really want her to go. You don't want her to get hurt by this T-Rex, and she's just not going because she wants to stay with me. I think that was super cute. I'd say me and Dolores are so comfortable with each other, and I feel like it's amazing to see how much we bonded and how it ended. It doesn't tell you anything, so who knows?